this video, a security guard's attention was drawn to something unusual on the property, an empty school bus that wasn't quite as empty as it should have been.
Look at that, look at the children playing. Look at that. Investigate. An empty bus. An empty bus.
The guard spotted what appeared to be shadowy figures moving inside the parked vehicle. These dark shapes seemed to be moving like children, darting back and forth between the seats. Despite a thorough investigation, no one has been able to explain what caused these mysterious shadows. What makes this even more puzzling is that the bus was completely locked up and secured at the time. What do you think happened here? After moving into their new home, an off-duty police officer and his family began experiencing something unsettling. They couldn't shake the feeling that an evil presence was watching their every move. As things got more and more disturbing, the officer decided to start recording what was happening in their house. What he captured on camera would leave him questioning everything he thought he knew.
Están tocando. Para ver quién es. No prendas. ¿Cómo rápido? Está bien inquieta, ¿verdad? Ya son casi las 3 de la mañana. ¿Dónde están las llaves? Oye. No se ve. Voy a ver. Ahí quédate, espérame. No hay nadie. No hay nadie, no hay nadie. No, uy, otra vez. ¿Quién será? No es nadie, Ceci. Yo creo que ya nos subimos a dormir. Ya, vámonos. Vámonos porque igual le voy a enseñar la hora. Siempre pasa lo mismo. Mira, son casi las 3 de la mañana. 25. Siempre hace lo mismo, ¿verdad? Ya vamos a... voy a cerrar otra vez.
As you can tell, even their little baby is scared of these disturbances. He believes that perhaps an angry spirit has followed him home after one of his shifts. Do you think that's plausible? Or is it all just a hoax? In this video, a man and his partner are watching over a house while the owner is abroad. Late one night, they hear an unusual noise from downstairs.
Alright, so this is like really crazy.
I don't know, I was wondering something happened.
That sound. What's going on?
Though they couldn't capture the sound on camera, this Victorian home belongs to a woman currently traveling overseas. Isaac and his girlfriend agreed to stay there to look after the place, care for her dog, and ensure no break-ins occur.
She's overseas for the week, and she asked me and my girlfriend to come and take a camera. She's watching us right now. Hey, Auntie.
While most of the house features antique furnishings, modern security cameras are installed throughout, allowing the owner to monitor her property remotely. One night, the owner notices something strange on the security feed and immediately sends the recording to Isaac, who's deeply disturbed by what she captured. While his girlfriend was in another room, a door is seen closing by itself. They initially thought the sound was just a draft affecting a door, but this particular door closes differently. It glides shut gently, as if someone were quietly pulling it close. Though unsettled by the door, they experience something even more frightening days later. According to Isaac, one recurring phenomenon in the house involves a broom that repeatedly falls over by itself. It typically happens at night and always when the broom is left in the dining room. One evening, Isaac waits for the broom to fall again. Ends up on the ground, despite being securely placed upright against the wall. It appears to fall on its own. He's been documenting each instance, but never thought to check the security cameras until recently. Isaac asks the owner to send security footage from specific dates, showing the dining room where the broom falls. Initially, he doesn't notice anything unusual in the recordings. Upon closer inspection, however, he spots something truly chilling. A dark figure standing at the window before vanishing into thin air. The figure appears briefly and disappears before Isaac enters the room. Most disturbing of all, the couple believes this figure resembles a child. Later, they discover something that might explain what they saw. On the fireplace mantel are photos meant to memorialize two children who once lived in the house over a century ago. Neither the couple nor the owner knows who these children were. Given all the strange occurrences during their stay, Isaac and his girlfriend believe they captured a ghost on camera. Specifically, the ghost of one of these long-deceased children, making their experience all the more terrifying. The following case was documented by Margarita, who states that after moving into a new house with her family, her son started talking and even playing with an invisible friend. They thought at first that this was just a case of her young son talking to an imaginable friend. However, one night, the security camera caught something shocking. The camera was situated in the bedroom of their son. Take a look.
So before I left the house for a drive, my son was asleep. Pay attention.
Armani, you need to go to bed, okay, baby? You hear me?
I have to tell you when you get home.
What happened, baby?
Okay.
You hear me?
Yes.
I love you.
True.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Steven.
Margarita states that she got an alert from her Ring camera that movement was detected in the bedroom. Seeing this transparent shape after her young son left the room might have had to do with it. What exactly is this translucent shape? To many, it looks like a ghost. It's certainly a spooky night, I would say. Who knows? The following clip was shared from the inside of BGR's car. He tells us, "I was sitting in my car today and this guy drives up and parks. I don't think much of it at first. The guy had a beard and glasses on. After a few minutes of looking at my phone, I glanced up and noticed him staring directly at me, except now he had no face." This sounds quite terrifying, doesn't it? Let's take a look at the actual recording. Whoever is looking at the man here appears to have a deformed face indeed. There are no apparent eyes or other facial features, which makes this event really spooky. What could have been the cause for this bizarre picture? Was the driver just wearing a mask to hopefully scare the...
On her late-night hospital shift, a nurse was heading home when a sudden bone-chilling shriek resonated down the hall. Startled and confused, she quickly drew her phone and began recording, aiming for proof. But what the video showed filled her with sheer dread.
Probably not the same hospital.
Que vi a alguien pasar. ¡Ey! Váyanse de aquí, ahorita va a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
Oh, did you see that thing in the corner? Oh, and she's not alone
An
at
eerie
least.
shadow,
Look at that.
still, watching, poised to strike.
Alright.
Would
I
you
mean,
brave
this is...
that job again, knowing something so terrifying could be there?
Wow.
This is the very essence of nightmare material found in truly frightening videos.
Well spoken. Guys, this is certainly another shadow encounter. Look at that. Certainly looks humanoid. And you would think that nobody really saw it at the time because nobody reacted. Not even her colleague. I didn't know that she was working with somebody else. I think maybe that's like the cleaning staff even. Look at that again. maybe... Look, it also could be real, and it makes me feel a little bit uneasy thinking about all the things that could linger in those hospitals. You think the same, guys? This also deserves maybe a solid 7.5 out of 10 skulls. Let's go with that, guys. Also lovely capture. Haven't seen it before. Do you think it's creepy? Let me know. Next one. This video was shared by Caxlin01, who tells us that after moving into what he describes as one of the most haunted houses he ever experienced, things started to fall apart rather quickly. The man shared lots of poltergeist encounters with his viewers, but at a certain point he was sure that the spirit of a little child liked to manifest ever so often to scare him even more. The reasons are unknown. This was one of the latest recordings that he shared with his viewers. Is it possible that we are actually seeing the spirit here? It almost looks a bit too perfect in my opinion, and makes me think of the works of a similar channel. But who knows? I wasn't there after all. Now we're looking at a video recorded by Corey333, who shared this clip on Reddit. He believes that he might have recorded the spirit of his deceased pet following his cat into a room. His post reads, "This is a video from my camera in my house. I used it to see what my cat gets up to when I'm gone. You can see my cat go upstairs, and soon after something follows him. He's the only animal in the house. We used to have a small dog, but he passed away 4 years ago. Let's take a look." And then the recording ends. So, what was going on here? You can clearly see the cat go upstairs, and then there appears to be a blurry shadow following her. Can we believe the reports that this might even be the spirit of their deceased dog? It is likely. Or is this just a bug? Or maybe some dust in the room? Let me hear your explanation. The next video is a paranormal investigation of Seaview Asylum in New Zealand from Channel Omega. Seaview is known for its eerie reputation, especially among paranormal investigators. It was established in 1872, situated on the cliffs near Hokiata and covering around 150 acres. Like many other institutions of its kind, it has a dark history of rumored off-the-record experiments, extreme treatments, and other serious misconduct. The asylum exudes a palpable sense of negative energy throughout the entire property. There have been even claims that the tennis court might have been an unmarked graveyard. Despite this unsettling history, Omega decides to conduct an overnight stay in his quest to explore and uncover the paranormal.
So you obviously, did he appear in that window? Yeah. So you obviously, he heard, I think the EMF went off several times. Yeah, I've got it. And he's appeared in that window. Yeah. You think it's shit? Face in that window? You caught it? I've got it on my camera. Did you, everybody saw that?
I saw nothing on the camera on my one.
At one point late in the night, the team manages to capture a chilling moment that appears to be a ghost sighting through a window. If you take a close look at both camera feeds, it's evident that there's something in the window, and it's not just a stain on the glass itself. It's strange because the way the light reflects off, it suggests it's something other than a typical smudge. What makes it even more bizarre is that both cameras were capturing the figure from nearly the same angle. Yet for some inexplicable reason, this figure appeared on opposite sides of the window.
Is really a ghost showing itself after I taunted it? Or is there a clearer explanation to this one that we're all not seeing?
This raises the question, was this actually a ghost, making itself visible to the team? Or is it possibly something else that they've captured that night? This clip was captured by a TikTok user called I can't read it, sorry. He noticed that his dogs were behaving a bit weird all of a sudden. Although his dogs don't seem to be necessarily afraid, they clearly notice that something is standing in the left room. Let's zoom in a little bit. What can you see? It's a bit unclear to me. The following clip was uploaded to Reddit by user Heron to the paranormal video subreddit. About it, he wrote, "My father used to work as a security guard in a building, night shift, and repeatedly during the early morning he would send me these videos. We never had the slightest idea what it could be, but if you ask me, I would say that it's a woman." In the video, a white shadowy shape is seen floating or standing in the hallway. However, commenters noticed the strange way the figure seems to be swaying, as though it is turning or looking around the room in a very human way. The original uploader mentioned that this was not the first time unexplained things happened in this building. Perhaps it truly is haunted by this womanly figure. What are your thoughts on this? Now we want to take another look at the case of Maddie McGarrissey, who has shared his haunted living situation with us in the past. For whatever reason, there seems to be an evil spirit inheriting the house of his family, and there were quite a few creepy encounters unfolding over the years. He started recording these incidents in the form of a video diary, and has to share some pretty spooky news with us today. Let's take a look.
Guys, so I decided to go downstairs and just start taking random pictures. You know, maybe I'd pick up something, or silhouette. I have no words. So I started down my stairs, nothing really. Then I moved to that hallway when I was in my out-of-body experience. Nothing really, a little shadow. Then that, like, weird orb. But wait till you see this. 2 eyes in my fireplace. 2 glowing red eyes. How up is that? What the
This can only be described as terrifying, and nobody knew what this could have been. Was it a reflection? But how? There's no glass window or door. So, was this maybe the paranormal entity that is haunting his home? Maddie had no idea, but he had a pretty bad feeling about it.
Alright, so I've gotten this DM like 150,000 times about like a lady or a demon's face or 2 eyes in this window. But when the lights are off, I don't know how it's still there. So I don't know how it could be lights. To be honest, I really don't know what it is. It's definitely weird. And like when I turn around and look back at the house, it's gone. So right there you see it. When I turn back around, it is gone. So that's why I'm saying, like, I really don't know what it could be at all. I really don't know. People are saying it looks like a demon's face. This person said it looks like a dark-haired woman. Here it is a little zoomed in. And then this is like the people who are saying it looks like a demon's face, 2 eyes and like a mouth open.
Could this in fact be the eyes of a demon? What is your opinion? But it didn't stop there.
I'm really convinced there's somebody in my bathroom. Oh my God. I just heard footsteps and I don't know what the that just was. Bro. All my towels just fell. Somebody just yanked all my towels down. Bro.
It's pretty clear at this point that Maddie is dealing with something really powerful that is even able to move his items around.
Alright, so now seeing that, it's the same eyes that were on my balcony, in my fireplace, and I mean, come on. What else could it be? There's no technology or anything that could make lights in my closet. And then I turn on the flash, and my holy water gets thrown off.
For many people, this was proof enough that Maddie's family was actually being haunted by a pretty sinister entity that liked to play pranks on them and that startled them ever so often. So, what would you do in a situation like that? Let's keep an eye on Maddie's case and wish him the best. During a routine patrol ride, an officer was following an ambulance when his dashcam caught something chilling.
Video perturbador. ¿Qué chingados hace una niña montada en un camión en carretera a altas horas de la madrugada? ¿Será acaso que es un alma en pena que sigue vagando? Déjanos tu comentario.
He didn't notice it at the time, but when reviewing the footage later, he spotted what looked like a shadowy figure of a young girl standing on the back of the ambulance. The strangest part is that the ambulance crew had no idea she was there. When questioned, they were just as shocked as the officer. To this day, no one can explain who or what this mysterious figure was, or how it managed to perch on a moving emergency vehicle without being seen by anyone at the time. In Poland, a man named Eddie found an apartment at a surprisingly low price. He'd soon discover the chilling reason behind that bargain. Even his cats seemed to sense something wasn't right, showing signs of distress at the strange occurrences in their new home. Eddie decided to install security cameras throughout the apartment, hoping to capture whatever was happening, especially during the nighttime hours. What the cameras recorded was disturbing. Strange noises echoed from the main entrance, as if someone was trying to get in. The following night, things escalated when his cat began acting strangely, staring intently at one specific spot in the house. What happened next, while Eddie was filming, would send chills down anyone's spine. Two nights later, even louder noises woke Eddie. This time he chose to confront whatever was causing the disturbance, camera in hand. The footage from that night comes from two angles, one from his security camera and another from the camera he carried. Just as Eddie checked the first door where he heard the noise, the sound suddenly shifted to the bathroom. Then came something even more terrifying, the sound of a kitchen chair moving by itself. Whatever was in that apartment seemed to feed off fear, and the activity wasn't limited to nighttime anymore. It appeared to be a supernatural entity. Known in local lore as the one who knocks, and things only got worse with each passing day. By 6:58 a.m. one morning, the disturbances had become unbearable.
6:56. Słyszycie to?
Desperate, Eddie sought help from a priest to bless the apartment, but instead of improving, the strange events continued.
Nie no, generalnie robię sobie obiad, nie? Znowu się zaczyna.
Then, most disturbing of all, Eddie suddenly stopped posting updates, something he used to do at least twice a week. A neighbor who commented online claims they haven't seen Eddie at the apartment for over a month, yet they still hear inexplicable noises coming from inside. Whispers, knocking, and most chillingly, the sound of someone persistently banging on the door, even though no one has been seen entering or leaving the building. While on patrol, an officer witnessed something in the sky that defied explanation. A a sight so strange that it left this veteran cop questioning reality. Could this be some kind of portal? Whatever it was, the experience changed him. Since that night, he's been keeping an extra close watch on the skies above his patrol route, convinced that what he saw might have been a warning of things to come. You might be familiar with a user called Spooky Links, who had purchased a haunted doll off the internet. During the last couple of months, he had documented some eerie events unfolding in his house. Events that are all based around the doll. And in the past couple of days, things have gotten out of hand even more. Before we get into that, let's look at one of the creepy occurrences first. When Lynx had an audio recorder set up next to the doll, it had recorded the following unsettling voice.
Do you know that you're dead? Is there anything you want to say to anyone?
Like literally, I have so much goosebumps.
Tonight he places the doll on a shelf next to a Bible, because he wanted to see what's gonna happen, if anything. But that wasn't all. On another day, while he was playing a video of a real exorcism, he captured the doll moving.
This is weird. Creepy.
On that recording, he had placed the doll in a bath of salt to see if it would do anything overnight. Now, you tell me, is it possible that this doll is haunted? What do you think? This video was recorded by channel MacLeod, and he ventured to a place called Klein Falls, which is apparently notorious for weird sightings and even murders that have taken place here in the past. He and his wife were out for the mysterious and exploring some urban legends as well, and maybe even finding something that they could not explain. After walking around for a bit and scouting out the perimeter, the sun sets shortly after, but yet they continue their investigation.
Flashlight.
Is it a rabbit?
I don't know, it's pretty big.
And the darker it gets, the more intriguing stuff they seem to see in the distance.
No. I was looking at myself. That's sad.
And a little bit further down the stretch of road, they might find a strange creature they only heard before, but couldn't see yet.
Where's that your spirit box thing?
No. All right. There's two eyes there. What is that?
That is really weird.
Where's what?
That right there.
I don't know.
Alright, we out. Hope I didn't latch eye. He's an urban legend here in Oregon. Really creepy character.
Malik believes that they could have potentially come across the ledge eye, which, like he claims, is an urban legend. But could he really? What is looking at them there from the bushes? Viewers pointed out that the eyes are pretty weird, and it doesn't really look like an animal, but maybe they are wrong. Maybe it is just an animal. But what else could it be? What do you guys think?